Hello, this is Manesh Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is August 21st, 2011. This is where Ichimoku analysis, where we cover all the global markets from the S&P futures in North America to everything in Europe, to the DAX, the CAC, the FTSE, to everything in Asia, from the Hong Kong to the Sensex and so forth. Okay. Normal disclaimer, this is for educational use only. All charts you're going to see are from Thinkorswim, which is from TD Ameritrade Now, TradeStation, or FreeStockCharts.com. Here are my contact details there at mpatel@eicapital.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Ichimoku Trading. Okay, so let's go and start looking at the global economies. And let's go look at here. Okay, so we're first going to start off looking at the DAX by going to Europe. If you look at Europe, this is a weekly time frame. Remember, on the weekly, if you look at it, we're at a major support level right now at 54.80. If we break that, then we got a potential of going up to 5,000. It would be interesting to see what happens there. Major support resistance level is going to be at 6,500. So we'll have to wait and see. But the markets are going down with vengeance, as you can see from here with the 3-week bars here. So August being a terrible month as far as Europe is concerned, where we've basically gone from 7,500 all the way down to 54.80. So we've taken a 2,000 point drop as far as the DAX is concerned. Okay, if you go look in London, if you look at London, London hasn't taken that big of a drop. As you could see, we've basically gone to its support level of 5,000 here. We've kind of held, came back up, and then we're right back there again. So we're just kind of hanging around here at this 5,000 level. It looks strong here, so it'll be interesting to see. But London is holding up right now compared to the German market, which has pretty much been breaking down. So we'll see what happens. Paris also has been breaking down. If you look here, we're basically at a major support here. So the hardest one that's been hit this week, believe it or not, has been the German market and also the Paris market, of course. But London is now stronger compared to the other two countries, so it's interesting to see that. But you can see the next level here for the CAC is basically close to 2,500 there. And you could see the London market is probably the strongest right now of everything else out there. But London and Frankfurt, I think, are still at the same level, believe it or not, even though Frankfurt's dropped a bigger percentage. Okay. Let's go out. Let's go look at here. This is South Africa. If you look at South Africa, came here to its major support level here, came back up, and we're just trying to come back there. So it looks like South Africa is going to sit there and come right back down to that level again. Israel, if you look at Israel, it's got some more movement to sit there and drop down as far as the ETF is concerned. So just be careful if you're in the Israel market. Turkey still has some movement to go down too. This is the ETF for the Turkish market, and you can see that it still has some momentum to shift down to the downside. Russian market, you can see it's dropping, but it is holding here at the support level of 2240. But time will tell exactly what's going to happen there. Shanghai, whoops. Before we go over there, let's go look at Stockholm. Stockholm's also bearish too, as you can see. So all the world markets basically in Europe are pretty much very, very down right now, as you probably expect from the news and everything you've been hearing. Let's go over to Asia. If you go to Asia, we're at a major support level too. If we break that level, then we have a possibility of retesting lows at 2,300, and resistance level is basically around 2,650 as far as the Shanghai is concerned. This does look like it's going to retest the lows, just a matter of when, so just watch out for that. If it does break 2,650, then we're going to enter a major consolidation pattern for a while, so it's going to be interesting to see how the Chinese market does in the next couple of weeks. Hong Kong market, we're getting really, really close to this level here at close to 18,500. We haven't quite reached it there. We're kind of retesting this pivot low here, but we do have a potential coming down to 18,500. So this week will tell us exactly where we stand with that. If we get down here, I think we'll hold here. If we don't hold there, then we have a potential of dropping another 1,500 points down to 17,000. So I think we'll hold here because all the markets seems like they're at a major support on the weekly time frame. So I think we'll sit there and hold there. As far as the Nikkei is concerned, we're at a major support. We kind of broken through that, closed below it. But we have to see exactly what happens there. If it breaks through there, then we have a potential going down to 82.50. So only time will tell to retest this little pivot low here, which is pretty much during the earthquake. So we do look like we're heading down there as far as the Nikkei market is concerned. So watch out and see exactly what happens. Bombay market, I still have some momentum to go down. About 15,750 is a major support level, where we're looking to see that go down there and possibly hold there for a little while, and consolidate. And then if it does break that, then there's a potential going down another 1,000 points to about 14,500, and eventually keep on going down. But as we talked about, this does look like a bearish market, and week after week it's proving to us it is, until we see some bullish momentum to kind of take us out of there. Sydney market, if you could see, big thing. 2 weeks ago we came down to major support held and then came right back up, which is good for the Sydney market. Now we just need a momentum to the bullish side, where if it could break 44.50 and close above that on a weekly time frame, then we do have the ability to consolidate as far as the weekly is concerned, and then maybe push upwards. So Australian market does look the strongest as far as the Asia is concerned, out of all those markets out there that we just covered. Okay, let's go over now to North and South America. As normal, what we'll do is we'll cover Canada first, the TSX. If you look at TSX, just like the Australian market, came down, came down to the support, bounced off there, then came back up, tested a resistance level of 12,750, and now has a possibility of coming back down to the support. This thing's got to break and will close above 13,000 in order to sit there and stop this bullish momentum to go down. If it keeps on going down, then we do have the possibility going all the way down to 11,000 and maybe 10,000 too for the TSX. So only time will tell exactly where we're at with everything. Let's go over to Mexico. Mexico, nothing really going on. We bounced off a major support. Looks like we're going to head back down to 32,000, and then if we break that to 30,000. Brazil, which is a lot of people been talking about, notice this, we came all the way down here from up here 72,500 and came all the way down here to 47,500. We bounced off that with conviction, came back up about 10,000 points, and now we're just kind of hanging around. But there is a very, very high possibility of this thing going all the way back to the support and kind of hanging around there. So be very careful if you're in the Brazilian market, and watch out. Okay. And then you have here, which is Colombia. Colombia is holding its ground right now. It hasn't really broken down as far as the ETF is concerned. If it breaks below $18, then this will start a bearish trend too to the downside, and just like the Brazilian market, it will start crashing and also go down majorly. But right now it's kind of holding its ground in Colombia, but time will tell exactly what's going to happen with that. Okay, let's go over to the US side. Remember, this is the weekly time frame, and this is your daily time frame. Let's start off with the Dow Futures. Mini Dow Futures, if you look at it on the weekly time frame, we went all the way down here again, as far as a couple of weeks ago. That was a major low right there, and we went back up, and then look what's happening. We went down. Last week we retraced a lot of it. This week's going to tell us a lot, but there's a very high possibility of us probably sticking around here or maybe going down here. So this week's going to tell us a lot this week. But if we break below this 10,390 level, watch out, because we're going to sit there and possibly get to 10,000 and then maybe go lower, about to 9,700 level as far as the Dow Futures are concerned. If you look at the daily time frame, you could see that we came down here. We got very close to our major resistance level, 11,575. We kind of got close to it, and then we bounced off that. We broke our support level, 11,044, went below there. And the thing is now is if we do not sit there and close this week above 11,044, we're in danger of sitting there going all the way down to this pivot low here and possibly breaking down all the way to 10,000. So this week's a very, very critical week as far as the Dow and believe it or not, all the markets are concerned, because all the markets, believe it or not, are at a major support level globally. And if we sit there and go lower, then we're going to start breaking those major support levels and go to the next support levels, which is not going to be good at all. And August is going to end up really, really bad percentage wise. Not that it is already, but it's going to be even worse. ES, which is the S&P mini futures, you can see the charts are almost the exact same thing. You can see that we're pretty much right at a major support level here, and we're just at a major support level right now. You could notice where on Twitter we talked about 1128 being a key level. We're kind of just hanging around that 1128 level. And the thing is, if we close below that this week, we're going to be in some major trouble moving forward. Nasdaq, if you look at NQ, same thing. It looks a little stronger because it's close to the cloud here, but really same thing with the Nasdaq too. We're kind of hanging around the support level here, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens. But right now, we're just you're not going to be able to tell exactly where we're going to be until the end of the week. So be very careful this week as far as trading is concerned. If you are trading, keep your stops very tight, and just remember, August is a very volatile month. In fact, summer, for a lot of our clients, newbies, we tell them not to even trade during the summer because it's the most volatile markets at all that you'll see. The reason why is a lot of people go on vacations, and believe it or not, the computers start taking over these markets, and you start seeing huge swings. That's what you're seeing. A lot of people start trading after Labor Day in the U.S., which is pretty much the first week in September. So, if you're a newbie, be patient and do not trade this week at all, and just wait till the first week in September to start looking at positions. As far as the markets are concerned, what are we doing? We are looking at starting to slowly buy now here at the bottom because we got to our levels here on the ES, which was allowed in 1128. So we are looking at long-term stocks now. When I say long-term, we're looking at a 5-year projection as far as stocks now, and start building into our portfolio for long-term purposes. We're mainly sticking to a lot of the Dow stocks that pay a high-end dividend. So we're looking for stocks that hit a major support as far as a monthly time frame is concerned for those stocks, and that pay out a dividend too. And we're looking for long-term positions with those, not short-term but long-term. So even if the market goes down to more, it's not a big deal because the dividends will cover the movement down, and the support level is not going to be that much lower from where they're at. So that's it. I hope you had enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, let us know.